All right, everybody. Welcome to night 2, Hot Scramble action. My name is Temple. I'll be your host for this evening. I'm excited to get this one started. I'm joined tonight on commentary with Aurelix and Hello Boing. What's up, comms?
Hi, I'm Ari. Good luck, chat.
Hello, I'm Boing. I'm Hello Boing or Hello Boing, and good luck, chat and runners.
Hey, chat. All right, let's get this thing started. Ori, why don't you tell us what PK Scramble is?
PK Scramble. It's a randomizer of Earthbound. It randomizes where all of the key items are at in the game and makes parts of the game unlockable using those key items. And a couple new key items, but they kind of make logical sense with the plot of Earthbound. You want to, in this version, race percent, you got a choice. You either want to clear 4 sanctuaries and then go beat up Gygus. You can also clear 5 sanctuaries and then go beat up Magicant, or you can just clear 6 sanctuaries. That last one's the least popular, but I want to see it. We're gonna see it tonight. This is it. This is the one.
That would be pretty cool. I would like to see a 6. I don't think we've seen one yet, even in like other people's runs, non-tournament. So yeah, we should get this thing. Yep, there it goes. All right, and we're off. Serra and unown. I think it's unknown. I always say unown, but it's probably not pronunciation correctly thing.
Lost Underworld. It's a Spinosaur seed.
Nice.
Yeah, is it unknown? Is it like the Pokemon?
I think so.
Is it unknown?
I've heard people say unknown, and that sounds better than unown, but I always say unown instinctively. I don't know why. So we did get Lost Underworld. Was that the first teleport from?
Yes.
Okay. That gives us what, a sank right off the bat, huh?
Yep. We get Fire Springs right away, and that's it. That's all it unlocks unless you find a Tentacruel. Oh, look at that. It's also an OK pendant right off the bat.
Yeah, we should say flag sets for this evening. We do have standard race percent, but in addition to that, we have 100% unscaled item or gift boxes. That means you can get anything straight randomized. No scaling going on there, and then the caveat there is the max item level is 50, where normally it's like about 70. The max the items could be, so there's a cap there. But yeah, we've seen some pretty high variance here in some of the first races.
I didn't see the frame that had the teleport on it on either stream here. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that Y mash, that text goes by quick.
It's a jar of fly honey, though. And Winters, that was the other one.
Winters, okay.
Winters is only good for the bubblegum saleswoman off the bat. So, yeah, both runners opting to see which item that is right away. That's fair.
Yeah, it's a quick little item check.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like probably the quickest one to grab, like immediately almost.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna go back into On It at some point, which looks like we're both gonna do.
Yeah, with the police badge, you pretty much have no choice. You have to do something in Want.
Want.
Oh wow, look at that! I'm a dope.
Can you grab
walk
that far
anywhere.
out?
Yeah, you can grab it from anywhere on that shelf. I always run over to where the book used to be.
I always grab where the book is supposed to be.
Well, there you go. I'm saving a quarter of a second on my next run. Oh, he's got that big league bat.
So early.
Fantastic.
That's gonna carry. That's gonna carry a lot of early game.
What? Travel charm. It's not even randomized.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Going for giant step right away. All right, okay.
Let's
Ooh,
see
and
if
a
it's on
plat band.
logic.
I guess you get some early experience. I like to leave them for later when I'm like super over leveled and can just plow through everything. But I guess since you have an okay pendant and the big league bet, you're pretty much already there.
I don't know. I don't know if this is on logic because there was only 1 HP from a smash on a rat, so I think they might be in trouble.
Could be a bait.
I enjoy that apparently for a couple of versions it was on any shelf but the vanilla one. And knowing me, I probably didn't realize. I was probably just like, oh, I went to the wrong one. I'm dumb. So far, the runners are more or less neck and neck. I think it's just a little bit of spawn luck between the two of them.
Yeah, timers are a little off. I'm trying to get them a little more lined up.
But they're reasonably close. Well, we got department store spook. That'd be scary if we didn't have the okay pendant. You could just get frozen repeatedly, kind of like that. The old commentator curse. Anyway. This is early on enough. You don't have anything you can do here but bash and life up. So
Little
goodbye.
Frank strats, yeah. But this is smart. It's
But
interesting that both runners are going for the first tank here early instead of opting for fighting some other bosses.
Especially considering too, there's first and second sank are both already opened up, which is pretty surprising.
Yeah, it's fast. We got 2 already.
This leaves the way forward. What? This is forced to be Purple, so you have to go fight the sharks. And apparently, zombie paper was what was that? Moonside.
Moonside, yeah.
We'll see if that matters or not. For those that don't know, it would matter if you don't find the teleport to Saturn Valley and you have to go from 3 and walk it out the long way.
I get a little vibe check on the sharks here. I might just skip this first one. Easy to skip with just Ness. Now, just pass the vibe check.
I forgot I did that.
Ooh, the double piles of puke. They're friends.
Sarah's got the snake flavored windows.
Oh yeah.
The smash text is tag.
Tag.
So this key item's pretty limited in what it can be, but it's the Tendacrout. Okay,
There we go.
that's kind of surprising to me. I kind of thought it would be something unlocking something in Tucson direction.
Oh, we already got dumb memes time. 7 minutes in. This could be a zoomy seed. Yeah, this is Temple. Sorry, I'm not notated on the commentary list. I'm just the host who talks a lot.
Temple's the bonus commentary.
Actually, that was Boeing talking. Yeah.
We're all boing.
Oh yeah, run validity is determined by the meme input that you do. Butts is the best choice, but you're also welcome to type out some phrase that you want chat to read. If you put in just A, your run is invalid.
I'm saving in a game like this? That's never allowed.
Get some cornbone memes. All right.
All right.
It's from last year, but it checks out.
Vintage.
Scramble. It's a year old. It's ancient.
What is cornbone?
The corn bone. You know, the bone of the corn.
Corn.
Yeah, that does exist.
Clumsy. I don't think that'd be too threatening here. I think we'll be fine. He might be a jerk and dodge a bunch of times. That's about it.
Going straight to Tucson.
The trap on this fight would be using PK Rockin', because that is gonna miss all the time. Just use Bash.
Sorry, Tomar, I've never had corn on the bone, but I have had corn broth. Usually you do it from cooking down the corn bone.
All right, defeating the cops, or the clumsy robot in this case, that'll unlock your way to Tucson. Tucson will let you give $200 in a corn-boned apple kid to see what he's got.
Is there anything with Clumsy Robot that's like worrisome as a boss?
He just goes really, really, really fast. So if you don't have a good way to bash, and like you only have Ness and Jeff, then you might be in trouble. You can do the paralysis. He's 50% susceptible, so like you can.
If he's like, you know, scaled pretty heavily and you don't want to deal with it, do the old paralyzed strat. But no, Clumsy's pretty tame generally.
Sarah, remembering to withdraw money before talking to Apple Kid, unlike me, who thought I had enough money and then it was like $4 short or something.
Correct.
How much could help from Apple Kid cost? $10?
Great charm.
Not so
Yeah,
great.
not over the OK pendant.
We drop those.
That's also a good point. Scaled clumsy robot's pretty nasty because his bomb attack gets way worse.
I feel like that's pretty much the only time you'd want to use that paralyzed strat is if you was scaled pretty heavily.
Pack of bubblegum. That's actually our third sanctuary. With the winner's teleport, that will open up Rainy Circle.
It's gonna be super quick.
We've got a ton of sanctuaries, and not many checks actually performed.
That's
like
what they
about
get the soup.
Going to
Or is it
Delam.
just Tenderkraut? Oh, I guess it is Tenderkraut that you need. I always think Tenderkraut. I always get Tenderkraut and Shyness mixed up as to where they should apply.
It is kind of the same area, to be fair. And they're all
It's like
tendas.
I had to take a detour and buy something to give to Apple Kid. Which, it's a small time loss.
Oh.
I gotta be honest, I'd be a little scared of Fire Springs with Solo Ness. You got the OK pendant, so maybe it's not quite so bad, but...
And this could potentially be, what, 3?
There are some nasty fights. He can get possessed by the evil elemental. That's probably the biggest one. Then you start losing turns to the ghost.
I guess Sarah figured, I'm already down here. Why go to Delam and come back? Let's get this done.
So is possession, would that scale down? Or I guess would it scale down to the point like where the ghost can't possess?
It's a good question.
Yeah, that might be a Tolmar question.
It's not. I don't think I ever directly complained to Tolmar about it, but it's possible that it still happened. I don't know.
No scaling, there it is.
That is a nasty one, though. The ghost gets a hand that solidifies you, so if it just keeps doing that, you'll just never get a turn with one kid.
And if you have solo nest, it's just like, oh,
And yes, the ghost has pretty good offense, all things considered. Hey, you got the little snake face there, yeah!
the real question. Oh, okay. It's the actual boss of the game.
You have rockin', but that ghost is doing ghost things.
Oh, they did get possessed.
It is brutal.
Nice. Easy.
Okay.
Alright, because this was, okay, yeah, pretty much guaranteed to be Sank 1. Couldn't be 3.
I mean, technically it could be.
I guess technically, but...
Logic could always decide not to let you do that thing right away and do it later.
Mm-hmm. I just thought we had a higher chance at 3, but it being 1 makes a lot of sense. It's already 2 Sanks down for Serra. Halfway there. Unless we go for Magic Hand.
We're a third of the way there. We're definitely a third of the way there.
Take a third.
Unless we do see the 6th sanctuary. And then it would still actually be a third.
There's Paula.
I'm a little surprised neither runner went to Delam before doing Fire Springs, but maybe they just didn't want to walk out that little extra bit of Lost Underworld.
We're in bracket mode. You just gotta kind of push, I guess.
All right, so the other sanctuary that's open at the moment is Winters, or Rainy Circle.
South Winters, yeah. Yep, looks like Sarah's gonna go for it.
I think that's their only option.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we've got a
So
jar
are
of
the
fly
top
honey. Sorry, what was that,
like-
Bing?
Sorry, was
Okay.
the top portion of Winters, is it scaled differently than the bottom portion?
I don't think so. To be honest, I try not to get into fights on either side.
Oh yeah.
Oh, true, there is an Everdread check.
Yes, that's also true. And yeah, that would actually be kind of interesting. If Everdread check was an interesting item, like I would say pencil eraser, like that would be huge.
Mm-hmm. You skip a lot of Brick Road. All of it.
Personally, I kind of like to put off the things that take forever, like riding Tessie.
Pencil Eraser would also get us the 4th sank.
True.
Oh, Everdread with the eraser. Don't do that.
Yeah, it was on my mind.
You can hedge your bet against that if you make a save in the lab in the southern part of Winters. Then you can death warp back there. But there's no teleport, so if you don't remember to do that, or you do something else to overwrite your save, then you get to do it again.
Maybe go to 3 or something.
What the?
The full... Can't get the emote, so just get the whole
Earthby test, the
whole
full text
text
for
out.
it.
Yeah,
Do what you can.
next best thing.
Sarah knows the despawn walk. I don't know if anybody doesn't know the despawn walk, but you want to walk specifically like that. You want to walk diagonal down left, and then you can go down right, and there won't be any spawns. If you don't do that, there will always be spawns. Except maybe in Scramble. But in vanilla, there will always be spawns.
Not much deviation here in the routes. It seems like, I mean, there hasn't been much room for moving around here in this one. It's been pretty linear, but pretty similar
Yeah.
routes. No one going for Everdread. Both going for Fire Springs early.
Hello, coin.
Yeah, unknown was like, I think it checked just a few chests before leaving Delam. I think Sarah just went straight for just Winters after Crab and Paula.
Sarah with the safety save, I respect it. I like safe strats. That's why I don't win these tournaments.
It can be real easy to just not save, just go, just overlook it, and then you just something bad happens and messes your whole run up.
For me personally, I feel better about taking risks if I have at least saved at some point.
Yeah.
No, crocodile.
Okay. Went down pretty easy.
Yeah, not too bad in here. I imagine we'll see Sarah go straight for the Sank boss.
Yeah, and I think I'd agree with that. Nothing in here seems too scary.
Right.
Ooh, the duck skip from unknown.
Nice.
Yes, Temple's also here.
I'll just put my name up there to avoid any further confusion.
Guardian General, not terribly scary. He can bash for a fair bit of damage, and he can be a little tanky, but he's not. That's about it. You don't need anything special to beat him. So unless things start going farther in that direction, this may not be a Geiga seed. We're at 3 Sanks already, and we don't have access to Saturn Valley or Threed. I don't think we have the meteorite piece.
I guess it depends on how the cards fall here in the next couple checks. It's going to really dictate where we go from here.
Maybe it really will be the 6 Sank.
Logic allows it.
This is all going to ride on, I guess it will ride on Everdread and what the rat, Dr. Andonut's mouse gives.
There's that pencil eraser. That's our 4 Sank, right?
Oh, yeah. That would be 4 Sank.
Yeah, so this is definitely looking more and more like 5 and Magicant. Unless something really breaks open here for Saturn Valley. There is a jar of fly honey. But we still gotta get to 3, like Ori said.
Jar of red herrings.
Okay, there we go. Going for Everdread.
Plague Rat is usually scaled down and only gives kids colds. I guess he could be scaled up if he was like super late in the seed or something, but usually you don't see that.
That is true, and where even if we do get to Saturn Valley, that's gonna be our 5th Sank.
No!
I missed what it was.
It's the eraser.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
No.
Whoa, well, that'll be a fun choice to make. I'm glad I don't have to make it.
It looks like just gonna go for happy anyway. Figure it out in the meantime.
Yeah, especially with no save in the lab, you've already already made your choice.
So I guess we'll see if Unknown goes for the save here and maybe tries to Death Warp, but
I don't know how well known that strat is, honestly.
and it usually doesn't even work, even when you set it up. Like you said, you end up with a new spawn point. Typically. Right, yeah.
Yep, that's definitely a good point. Neither runner's going to know that the other one didn't grab the eraser till later. So not only is that a hard choice to make, you get to worry about what your opponent did too. Actually, I think Slug has a good point in chat. I think if you went and did a death warp right now, you would show up before, so before the maze, after Tessie.
Yes.
Yeah. Currently it's Tessie.
I've died many times and have ended up at Tessie.
But Sarah did save in Brick Road, so
Yeah, that's a good point.
oh, Sarah's lab phone. Okay, she did save in there. I didn't notice. I'm a good commentator.
Yeah, I mentioned it and said how I like the safety strat, and then promptly forgot about it.
So I guess it's still possible. There's death warp back there.
But even then, I don't know whether
Silly
hate it.
poo.
Key to the cabin though. Immediate, just you love it. You love to see it.
That's scary though, because now you're
Oh,
still
no, it
locked
absolutely
in.
is.
Now your option is go back to do Stonehenge or see what teleport Pooh has for you. Or what item Pooh has. I forgot to see if Sarah checked.
I don't think they checked yet.
Badge, I think. Yeah, it was badge.
Franklin, okay.
A little fight there. Teleporting
scary.
in. Yeah, slightly terrifying.
That's a neat idea, and I'm sad I didn't think of it. Why not just teleport out of there instead of fighting that fight and just go faster? Look at that. I'm gonna save like 15 seconds on my next run now.
That's 2 new strats.
Jeez, Billy, 2 thick fry pants.
Dual wield. Bear.
Let her cook.
This is an interesting race. Sarah's got a little bit of a lead, but not so much that it couldn't easily be lost to something silly.
Oh, for sure.
And they both have to deal with the fact that they could have had the eraser, but didn't.
Yeah, that stings.
It's still a heck of a check, though. That takes forever, even 5 ever.
I could see an argument for 5 ever for sure.
Take the meteorite piece.
Ooh, okay.
Guy gets his back on the table potentially.
Still need a way to get there. Could be Saturn Valley, or Saturn Valley. Could be the Dalam teleport, though.
Yeah, it could be Saturn Valley or Threed.
Yeah, it could be 3. Well, no, because we know the zombie paper is in Moonside.
Oh, true.
Okay, so on logic.
It could be. You get logic would easily be complete if your teleport went straight to Saturn Valley, because Fly Honey would bust open the rest of the seed.
Yep.
That's something I thought I was going to keep track of and promptly forgot. Repel sandwiches. This is one of the places where I kind of like to use them because the spawns get really tight in there. If I had a spare, that's one of the places I would use it.
I haven't seen any repel witches yet. Maybe I've missed them, but
There's DX. I know that Unknown got a. I think they both got a DX, and one of the items boxes they picked up, it was either Serra or Unknown, but I did see a Repel Sandwich DX picked up at some
nice.
point.
Cherish those things. It was fun early on in the rando when people hadn't quite figured out how good repel witches were, and they were kind of just everywhere before they went rare mode.
Back in my day, they hadn't figured out how good mummy wraps were, and you could buy them at the shop. Yeah, here you go. You can just paralyze Captain Strong. I don't know how necessary it was, but if you feel at all threatened, you can just shut it down. That would be the question the runners have to ask themselves, assuming that this teleport is, in fact, going to go to Saturn Valley. Belch Base plus the Sanctuary plus Magicant is a long way to go over just fighting Gygas.
All right, that's all four for Serra.
After last night, I'm re-questioning a lot about Gygas as an actual route versus Magicant.
I was sitting there the entire time in that cutscene. After, like, it's past where you can do anything. You're just sitting there waiting to done, basically.
All static.
Okay, so we're going back to check the chest. And Delam.
Yeah, a lot of chests in here. Good place to do a little hunting.
Yeah, if you still feel like you need more items, absolutely. There's an OK pendant, got a Franklin badge. I wouldn't be opposed necessarily. I have a hard time choosing not to check chests, but objectively, I might have to call it good.
Especially with how unscaled. Could be anything. Alright, the moment of truth. What will the teleport be? I could see Foresight as well.
Deep Darkness.
That would be awful.
I would be so... Oh, no, yeah, because then it would have to be Stonehenge. Oh,
Yep.
no. Yeah, the teleport's just like... Tucson.
Yeah, Force of Stonehenge. At least they're abridged. Alright.
Starstorm Alpha.
Summers. It's
done yet.
something.
That adds a lot. That adds. So Magic Cakely, is that a teleport or that's a teleport, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's another teleport.
You can also take the boat to Scarava. Nobody has the hieroglyph copy, but you could.
Could, but not worth it without the Hyro.
Just one more layer of the eraser dread.
Right.
Bag O Dragon Knight. Let's go. Best item in the game. Oh yeah, we could talk about that while we have a short break. Talking about your decision making when you're in fights in Earthbound. If you know the things that bosses are resistant to, what enemies are resistant to, you have a rough sense of their stats, you can already make a decision on what each of your party members is going to do, probably before the menu even pops up to put in your first input. So if you think ahead, that's one of the easiest ways to save time. Don't sit there making decisions. Just go.
And even with scaling it, they're still susceptible to certain they're still susceptible to certain ailments, right? Or status effects.
Yeah, those can get
unless you have
shifted
like
around.
there's like one of the shuffles will potentially change it.
Yeah.
The unlucky spawn coming out of the Stoic Club. It happens.
All right, let's see what this is. Deep darkness. I mean,
Starstorm Alpha.
oh,
I missed
didn't
it
even
completely. It was so fast.
it was. I
They're
think it was
going to
alpha.
Winters, so it must be.
That sucks.
Forced to Stonehenge. Avoided it for this long. Yeah, it must have been. Oh, it's happy. Thanks, Fred.
And, well, no. Crashing on the beach in summers resets your spawn, but I don't think the cake one does it? I'm not sure.
How did you see that?
Yeah, how did I was about to say like it was like maybe a frame.
Slow mobile pays off. The rare W.
To be fair, I think we get 30 FPS. Temple gets all 60.
And I still missed it.
Slow mo now stands for slow mobile instead of slow motion.
I get with that. I guess if you just like look at the teleport list, you can figure out. Or no, because Happy was already on there. Second
Unknown
Tessie
is
ride.
Summers now. Let's see if they decide to. Well, no, because then they don't. There's no high road copy, so it's literally the only option is Stoic.
Unless you want the snake bag. You have no idea what just happened. So, early on, both runners did not do the Everdread check that they could have done. They instead went off and did Winters, which is fine. But as it so happened, the one other check they could have done was the Eraser. So now it appears to be the only option left to them. They have to go back and do Stonehenge. The fortunate part, in terms of a race and for both runners, is that both of them did the same thing. But now they both get to worry about what the other one may or may not have done.
If Stonehenge is Tiny Ruby, I would be upset. For them.
Like hieroglyph copy or something.
So what is I thought logic was like making sure that you're going, so it's technically just what justifies like going to the right place in the right order.
Logic just like cuts a swath through all of the possibilities of the seed. Logic could very easily, like technically, point you to go do Winters, to go get the Franklin badge, to run off to Happy, and then Carpainter has the Eraser, so you have to go back a second time. Like, it doesn't stop something like that from happening.
Gotcha.
It usually doesn't do that, but it could. Oh yeah, and we'll see one of the shortened dungeons. So this room's not the vanilla version of Stonehenge base.
Yeah, the abridged dungeons are by default now on race percent, which is nice. So if you're like, what is this Stonehenge? It's a hacked shortened version.
It's a much nicer version of Stonehenge.
Yeah, much more agreeable than the original.
Almost everything, I think, would be... Oh, there's a curse idea. Extended dungeons. It, like, drops you in on, like, that far catwalk where there's, like, one item in this room that Sarah's currently in. Makes you walk the whole way around. Yeah, Tenderkraut's already done.
What about the Talarama invitation?
Well, no, it couldn't be. Because you don't have a way to get there. And it's
That's
the last
true.
possible check, so it has to be something that progresses. Or we found a bug in the Scramble. One of the two, that'd be cool. So
gonna
from
say
that
hieroglyph.
perspective, yeah, hieroglyph copies possible. It could be the ruby, could be the Wada bills.
It's crazy because this is one of those seeds, right, where it's like we had what 2 or 3 sanks within 15, 20 minutes, just right out the gate.
Yeah, it
and
was
now
3
it's just
sinks
this-
so within 20.
and now we're just
and-
playing this do-si-do, like running around.
Running around with 4 sanks for the last like 10 minutes.
Manny, not too bad. Could be kind of gross scaled this deep, but
I wouldn't be thrilled. It's not a real paralysis. It's okay.
right. Not too bad.
Okay. And now Unknown is at... He's just starting Stonehenge.
Serra, an abridged Stonehenge ahead.
I didn't know he gave you a ribbon. You know how many times I've played Earthbound? I didn't know that Mr. Saturn gave you a ribbon. Hieroglyph
Yeah.
copy.
Let's go.
Who called it?
Not me.
The cursed people.
What a seed.
Long and drawn out. The very quick hope of a quick seed and being crushed very slowly.
Check
with
by
each
check.
passing item.
Just fading away.
Too many moots.
Take a trip on a boat.
Who's in the water?
Frankenstein.
I'm gonna say it's vanilla.
It's a robot. How does that even get out there?
They take the boat too.
That would be funny.
And I mean, all this is within 4 sank logic, right? Like, we haven't really gone too far beyond that.
Now, something to consider, if I remember right. Sorry, my stream was buffering there for a second. Something to consider. I think there's a limit on how far logic will let you go before having Gygas as an option. I don't know if that's still true with the alternate wins, but it's at this point when I really would start betting money that like the next teleport is just Saturn Valley.
Yeah. Yeah, something at the end of Pyramid or something. Pretty 10. There's still a limit. Cool.
Alright, Unknown has just completed Stonehenge. And we'll find out the very disappointing news.
I would almost argue that it isn't nearly as disappointing because it's not like that was the key item that went straight to Gygas. So having put this off would almost be a little bit of a relief that my opponent at least isn't currently fighting Gygas.
True. Cheesing those greens.
Nice
Very
green.
Well, you can't run away from 2 bukas. Leaving 4 bukas in the dust. That's how you get 8 bukas. what is that? Like one of those documentaries. You see the split second of pause, and the sad realization of pyramid is on logic for this seed.
Truly sets in. Having gone all the way through Stonehenge.
Fun fact, a lot of electrical equipment buzzes at one of the frequencies in this song, so I would hum this to myself while doing rounds. All the time.
You would hum
Harmony.
the electrical sequence?
The pyramid theme.
You would hum the hum?
How could you not hum the hum?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it's for. We'll just get David Attenborough. I'm sure he's interested. Help us narrate this thing.
Yeah, there we go. Now guest starring.
My dad works at Nintendo. I can have him call up David Attenborough.
Oh, dude, no way! Now, is there a combination of teleport and item that would open up Gygas and also open up a 6th sanctuary? Because that would make the seed really interesting again.
Which is like a direct decision.
To literally choose between 4, 5, or 6.
Yep. A true crossroads. Yeah, that's tough. Saturn side banana. Tolmar's on it.
Yeah, I think, or carrot key. I think I might still just barely, rate doing all of Belch Base and Milky Well over Magic Hand. Barely.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Because at that point, you can use your Repel Witches. So I think that's the only reason I would give it to the factory.
Yeah, you really only need that one DX to get through.
I mean, I think I would do it just to do it, but I'm not certain. I haven't timed it. I don't know that anyone's timed it. Just my gut feeling.
Oh. I had to choose the UFO fight.
Okay, that's useless.
Oh, come on.
Thanks for
it's just
nothing.
trash.
Okay, so this teleport has to be... The teleport actually has to be, like, what, Saturn Valley?
Yeah.
Saturn Valley, I guess it could be Forest Side, because then mines could be a different key item, but I would be very surprised.
It's just so ironic that so much opened incredibly quickly. And here we are. There it is.
Yep.
Good call.
Yay!
Tolmar that called that one.
Choose between 4 and 5. Going for it immediately. Yeah, I don't blame you. I personally would have checked that vendor up there. Super bombs would have still been nice, but that's okay.
Oh,
Yeah. The vendor in Southern Scrabble.
is Sarah going for the 5th?
Ooh, yeah, I think so.
Yep, going back in through Belch's base.
You'll even skip that one enemy at the beginning because well, I don't know. You don't still have the Tendacrout. You had it at one point. Will it count?
Yeah, because that would be, I guess it's the worry of, Gigas if they're going to be a jerk or not. I can understand that.
Worried about, well, yeah, 2 parts. Like, there's that. I think Magicant's just more consistent, even though I think we figured out it's slightly slower to go this route over Gygas. I think this is the only sanctuary that is slower.
Yeah, Milky Well's tough.
I didn't have the Tendacrout.
And I think maybe last night just kind of not skewed things that much, but I think that Magic can't win last night. People were like,
Absolutely.
really double thinking that one.
Get lured in. Daniel played that extremely well, though.
So are shops also scaled to level 50? Or does it depend on the flag?
Shop sanity is the big one for things getting way shuffled around. Trillionage, and this is pretty late. Yeah, this is actually a little scary.
What can Trillionage do?
In vanilla, Trillionage can actually diamondize. That usually gets scaled down, but this is deep enough that he can paralyze. Yeah, Trillionage is low-key, like, if he wanted to end your run, even in vanilla, he could.
One of those bosses you don't want to see at Gygas.
Yeah, probably don't need to save that Horn of Life if you're gonna opt for Magicant. Certainly better than sitting around in this puddle for 10 seconds. Yeah, it's
Scaraba?
Yeah, not useful.
No spawn at the opening there. Nice. It's pretty rare. Although I guess spawn rates are slightly lower in Scramble.
Unknown making their way out of Pyramid at the moment. Getting into a few fights along the way. Let's see what decision they make, though. We'll see if they go for Googie or not.
That is a tanky mole.
Nice. Blue.
Are there any other sanctuaries that Sarah can go to?
No sign banana. Oh.
It'd be a gamble. You could walk back to Threed. Whatever kid you may get might have an item on them. But it would be a heck of a gamble.
And with having magic in it at this point, it's definitely not worth it.
Given that you have to walk to Threed, that would be my opinion. If I didn't have to walk there, I would at least check.
All right, Unknown's got Saturn Valley.
We're gonna check the shop. We get to see.
Oh, he's got that big league bit. We already have one. B R. No
We
Jeff
did-
though.
We ended up with a few repel, which is that's good.
I don't think Sarah checked the Saturn Valley shop. See if there were like any pendants or anything. Or if I don't know if either runner did check.
At this point, I would probably just go for it. I know both runners have that okay pendant.
I'm not going for Googie.
I hate the boogie tent down here.
Car painter.
Car painter's not too bad given that there's a Franklin badge. If there was no Franklin badge, it could be bad.
Yeah, having that badge is gonna be pretty nice here. That's a GG.
GG.
5 cent coming in once again. Is this the new meta?
I think Unknown is going to go for Gigas. Looks like they're checking the shop and going to buy Night Pendant.
Yeah, not bad. 55.25, not a bad time. Not a bad time at all.
All right, so bets on who Gigas is going to be, or who's going to be Pokey at Gigas.
Sticking with Kraken all the way out. Kraken. It's gonna
Kraken.
beat every boss.
Kraken. Kraken.
A lot of
Double
Franks in
Gigas.
chat. Two Gigases.
Mine's had a
Or is it-
monkey invitation. Mine's had zombie paper. We know that. Tellerama had ruby. Jeff had
Oh
a
yeah, we
diamond.
haven't seen Frank yet.
Jeff had a diamond, and the diamond was the signed banana. If you gambled on that, you would have had 6 sank.
Six Sank was somewhat viable on this one.
If you just didn't have to walk so darn far.
No, probably not faster, but within sight.
You would not have been punished too hard.
Shroom.
Oh,
Oh, assistant spoilers. All right, all right.
all right. Looks like a safety save. Good idea.
Yeah, if you're gonna make a safety save anywhere in the seat, make it right there.
Let's switch our audio over. That cool cave music.
Wait, does this mean I play Serra next? Man, nuts.
I mean, not nuts.
Stinky. Sorry, that was an auto reply to Daniel saying that in chat.
That's right. Stinky pretty much applies any time in Earthbound. It's just one of those games.
Kraken and Kraken. Wow.
Ooh.
Curse idea. Bosses appear, but they just have Kraken's head, and they have Kraken's moveset. Minus the neutralizer effect.
All right, let's see how Gygus turns out. Also, chat, is it Gygus or Gigas?
Giga gas. The geek. I love it.
I like how everyone gets quiet for Gygus.
We're all praying.
Yeah, phase 2 was alright.
Yeah, not a terrible Gygus fight so far.
I don't think there's been any solidifies so far. Can solidifies happen in phase 2? I'm pretty sure that they can.
Yeah.
They can. I'm a sub 4 runner, y'all. I know what I'm talking about.
McGoog.
I'm not sure what level Pooh is. It's marginally possible that Pooh just doesn't even know Brain Shock yet. It happens sometimes.
We also got the third kid. Did they get the third kid pretty late, or what? No, it was before it was fourth sanctuary. They had the fourth kid because Pooh was in the cabin, right?
Yeah, Pooh was in Happy. Oh no, those lightnings hit hard.
Ooh,
Still got Pooh.
got a
It's
little
alright.
bit scary. Yeah.
I
am the mighty Google.
Googiliux.
Okay, I guess they bought it for secret herbs. I guess is to save like money and to have like that kind of chance if needed. Somebody timeout cool.
Nah.
All right, 3 more pairs.
All kids percent.
I lied. It was actually 2 more. One more.
Maybe GG. There we go.
GG.
So that guy, I guess, wasn't too bad. I wonder. I mean, it seems like 5 plus Magicant was the fastest route.
GG unknown. The corn bone.
See, I told you that's how you get 16 bukas. Now you got a 32 buka circus. They don't even all fit in the tent. You can't fit 64 bukas in a tent.
Too many bukas.
How many bukas did your RPG Limit Break run out? Uncountable. What if you use buka paper? Why are you hurting me?
That's an official
GG.
GG. Nice. Well done, Unknown.
Well done, runners, for persevering through a very tedious, very exciting and then very tedious seed.
It was pretty trolly. All said and done. Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a hard punish for missing the eraser.
I mean, like, yeah, it's just not because it's a place that I mean, you want to avoid, obviously, like the longest pass, and that would be like one of the last things you want to actually happen. It's more of probably like that decision is just like, I really don't want to have to go here, so you're not going to check. You're not really going to be looking for that. So.
All right. Well, looks like Sarah's gonna move on. Was that confirmed, Ori? You guys, you're going up against each other. Check the
I
bracket.
pull up the thing that says. Yep, looks like next round it will be myself and Sarah.
Nice, Unknown. You got first present skip. That's awesome.
And then
Or
Unknown plays
present
creator.
skip. Second one? Yeah, it'd be the second one probably.
It's a nice post-game soft lock.
Nice.
This is not how the game was meant to be played. You can't soft lock like this.
At least it's a cute soft lock.
It's the IRL soft lock. You can't get out of the chair. There's a cat sleeping on your lap. You can't wake the cat.
Too real. All right. Well, tomorrow night, definitely stay tuned. We got another double header tomorrow evening, starting at 9:30 Eastern. We're gonna kick it off with Arn Pulley versus JSR, and then Cool Ball versus Attack Slug will be right after that. So we got plenty of Scramble action coming up. We got tomorrow and Wednesday. That'll be our first round. So yeah, definitely check it out. Follow the channel. Come hang out. Have fun. Appreciate you guys on comms. Much appreciated.
Of course, thank you.
Thanks.
Don't forget to follow the runners on these the two runners tonight on their channels. And then Serra, aka I am bad at naming things. And unown47.
Complete prediction. Sarah takes it. GG's to the believers.
Oh, I had forgotten to do it.
All right. Well, once again, thanks everybody. I think we're gonna raid Taco.
Taco.
Tacos. All right, thanks again, Comms. Any last words?
Buka.
Buka. Very
Not
nice.
enough pukas.
Not enough bukas. I agree. All right, have a great night, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Every last one of you, hopefully. And enjoy taco. Have a great evening.